Hello Aquarius, thanks so much for tuning in for your February of 2022 Psychic Tarot reading. This is Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess, and happy birthday to all you February Aquarians, which I know is many. And also we're going to have your new moon right on the 1st, so we're going to talk all about that in a moment. First, a little news about me. This is the Rock and Roll Prophetess channel, and this is my website, Don't Be Fooled by Imposters. So we're going to be doing this reading for Aquarius Sun sign, Aquarius rising sign, Aquarius moon sign, or anybody with prominent Aquarius placements in their chart. The decks we're going to use is my creation, my design, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, as always. And then we're going to pull an animal totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. You can find links in the description if you want to know more about that. For our Patreon people, for the extended card reading, we're going to be using this month the Medicine Woman Tarot deck by Carol Bridges. So that's a pretty cool deck. All right, so yeah, Aquarius, this month is going to be so powerful for you. First of all, if you're a February Aquarian, it's going to be your birthday is coming up, and that's your solar return. That is always your most powerful time of the year to create and manifest your destiny. And then you're also going to have your new moon kicking off right away on the 1st of February. It's going to be your new moon in your sign. So you have the your solar return, which is your birthday, give or take a day normally, and then you have the new moon on the 1st, also super powerful. And then the other thing, what was I going to say? There was one more thing. I can't think of it right now. Oh, it kicks off the Chinese New Year of the tigers. Yeah, so that's exciting too. So it's going to be, if any of you are tigers out there, it corresponds with Jupiter in astrology, but let's go ahead and get our tarot reading going. So this is for our Aquarius sun sign, rising sign, moon sign for our 2/22. So powerful. Oh, so we're going to have February 2nd, 22, and then we're going to have, that was the other thing I was trying to think of. So you've got the new moon on the 1st, and then the very next day you have 2/2/22. So that's also super powerful. I believe Mercury is still retrograding maybe till the 3rd, but I would still, those are powerful days. I mean, Mercury goes retrograde sometimes. You can't always just, stop everything because of it. Okay, so let's get into it now. This is a gender-neutral reading, so any court cards that represent people, like the Knight of Rods there, it's going to be gender-neutral. It could be, there's not necessarily a male energy. It's whoever. Apply it to your own situation. Okay, this is the first portion of the reading, the traditional Celtic cross, and then we're going to go on further and find you in the spread later. Okay, so the very first card out was Justice. So some of you, if you're dealing with some sort of a legal matter, or there could be some kind of a contract coming up at this time. Deed comes through really strong. I was seeing it up here, but I was seeing deed. So maybe some of you are signing off on a deed to the house or something like this. Sometimes justice can just be karmatic justice. It can just be that you've gone through a rough situation and that you've paid your karmic debt and the scales are balanced. Something's coming through here. That's what this feels like for really to me more. It feels like you've done your work, you've done everything, you got all your ducks in a row, everything's in balance. And then here comes this offer for you. And there is an offer coming. I mean, you've got this, and then the Fool is saying, take a chance. For some of you, it can be a really big life change. Like, you may have to, it may be a completely different thing. It may be because you're going down this big new path. But I mean, at the time of your solar return and your new moon, this is a great time to start those new paths. But what is the Fool looking at or leading towards? It's leading towards the world. The world is fantastic. Again, it's completing a cycle. It can be, so it could be this karmic cycle when it shows with Justice. But it also can be, and it's definitely like this giving birth. She's coming out of the birth canal. She's being born anew. The 2 and the 1 is standing out. I don't think it could be the 21st, but I think it's 2/1. Like, that's your new moon. That's what it is. It's the February 1st. That's what's coming through from Spirit. By the way, allow that to happen. If numbers, shapes, colors stand out on these cards, that's why they're designed this way, so that you can, let that happen. Like that 2/1, I'm like, what's that? I knew it wasn't 21. It was February 1st. But anyways, back to the world. With this, it could be like a big change where you maybe even relocate. Some of you might relocate to another country or a different state, where you have to, it could be a complete change of scenery. I might put that as your change of scenery. I'm going to put that. I need to write it down when I think of it, because otherwise I forget it. You're coming out of the Empress and this Three of Cups energy. This is what's backing you up, so this is really nice. These are Empress is number 3, the Three of Cups is a number 3, and it just feels like a ton of, like a bounty of, just abundance and beautiful energy. May have to do with women or pregnant women, childbirth, maybe a baby shower, somebody might be having a baby. But it could just, again, be like you're giving birth to this whole new thing. And again, solar return, new moon, time to do it. There's some stuff going down here with your work where you're just like, you know what, I'm really tired of this being like this. Like, you're not getting your fair shake or your fair, well, I'm just going to say it, the way they're coming through with it is you're getting the shitty end of the stick. So, I mean, just not getting what you have really coming to you. And it does seem to be around some finances, but for some of you, it could be a personal relationship, and maybe your partner's not really pulling their weight financially, and you're having to contribute more. But you feel like, hey, this isn't fair. And I feel like this is kind of, it could turn to resentment. It feels kind of like that. It feels like this isn't an outward, like we're going at it. It's like turning inward to resentment. So we need to not do that. So whatever the situation is, because you want to keep this nice health card that you have here. You don't want to create stuff in your body. So, we want to go in another direction if we're facing things of this nature. And again, best time to do it. Can't beat it. Looks like the Knight of Rods is going to be instrumental in a positive way. So the Knight of Rods could be a fire sign energy. That's going to be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. But here's the thing, another interesting astrology tidbit here is that we're going to have, on the 16th of the month, we're going to have a full moon in Leo. So it could be something surrounding that full moon in Leo on the 16th. I keep wanting to say 27, but that's the degree. It's actually on the 16th. Yeah, it's on the 16th, that full moon in Leo, and he seems to be right in line where they're going towards this world. The Hierophant, so it's not a thing that you're going to do alone. The Hierophant, you're going to need some sort of backing. Whether it could even be like, for a lot of you, it's probably some kind of big company that you'll either be working for or maybe freelancing through. But it could be a lot of different things for everybody. But one of the things that I was thinking of, like I self-publish books and decks, so I self-publish books through Amazon. And Amazon would definitely be like the Hierophant, like this big conglomerate, this big thing, So it could be something like that for you, or even like I'm going to be releasing some music, but you need a distributor, and you have to release it through, it has to get on Spotify and Amazon, iTunes, and all that stuff. So those are those big structures too. So just because the Hierophant is here and representing some kind of big kind of structured thing, if you're more of a free spirit or independent contractor with the Empress and this could absolutely be an independent creator like me. Look at how they're all going towards the world. So this is something that, I think it could be a big change, but which could be, a little unnerving. But hey, you're ruled by Uranus. Your Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. You are ruled by changes. So, I'm going to continue on. So here's what we're going to do next. We're going to look for your Significator, which is the court card that represents you. So your Significator will be the first air sign card that shows up. So it's either going to be the Knight of the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, or the King of Swords. And then the cards surrounding your Significator will tell us some more stuff, more information. Now, I'm not going to read every single card because this just could be the whole deck at times, but if you understand tarot and you want to incorporate some of these other cards into the reading on your own, or if you're even seeing words or things popping out on these other cards, then definitely include that, for yourself, because that's the way you can really get these personal messages out of these. I'm going to start a new row. Okay, so we're looking for your card to show up, if that wasn't clear. If I over-talked it. There you are, the King of Swords. So that's going to represent you. Doesn't matter what you identify, male, or these are gender neutral, so that's you. Okay, King of Swords, that's you. I like that you're showing up as the King of Swords because that talks about the king, gender aside, is somebody who is more experienced, further along on their path. they're not a novice. They're more towards the master. They're not a novice anymore. So that is, some really cool stuff there. Look what you're surrounded by. I mean, I always want to look at first what's directly next to you. So what's directly next to you is the Three of Rods. Your ship is coming in, and there's that number 3 again. So we've got all this 3 energy. Those are foundations and stuff, but maybe we're not, it might be, we're looking a little bit into March because that's the 3rd month. Or maybe for some, it's going to be different for everybody. Maybe you've been working on this for 3 years, 3 months. It could be a lot of this, but there's this 3 energy that keeps coming back and repeating. 7 of Pentacles. Now, I always say, look at this card. What is he? Sometimes it looks like he's worried. Sometimes it looks like this or that. To me, it looks like he's staring down a pile of money. He looks very content and satisfied. I think he looks great. And then the star is right with it. So that's so beautiful, because a lot of times we can make a lot of money, but maybe it's not our true soul's calling, or we're miserable. We're making a lot of money, but we hate it and it's miserable. When the star is there, that's bringing this opportunity. That's bringing this blessing. That's you in commune with your higher self or your spirit guides and angels. Look at this stuff. Shut the front door here, because we've got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Rods, and Ace of Swords all above you. You've got 3 aces. 3 aces! There's the 3 again. Yes, so there's that 3 again. We've got the 3 Pentacles, but the 3 aces, but new beginnings. Hello. You've got the Fool and 3 aces right above you. So this is really a time to break out. This is a time to start that new beginning, whatever it is. The money will be there to cover you. Now, I'm not saying go quit your job tomorrow. You've got to take it's going to be different for everybody, and you've got to take the necessary steps, of course, but it certainly looks like there's some new money. Maybe for some of you, it could be a new position within your existing framework over here with the Hierophant. It might be like that. For some of you, it's completely new. When you have 3 aces, it's probably a completely new job. Oh, sorry about that shaking. I was shaking my table. Here again, were you the one who had the World in that? Yeah, I can't see because a lot of stuff's over. Yeah, here again, offers coming, and it could involve travel. Could involve travel, could involve, relocation, going to somewhere else. It's definitely like a journey of your life, but always, what are you going towards? You're going towards the Emperor. Oops, what happened there? Was that just like, I couldn't see, it kind of flew out. Well, this would tell us that the news is coming in the time of air. So while we're still in Aquarius, you should have heard the news, at least know of this, even if you're not absolutely acting on it, maybe even till next month. But this could be you. That's more what I'm thinking of. You're going towards you becoming the Emperor. Empress was in there too. And you're going, by showing up with, even the Hierophant to some extent, but showing up with the King of Swords, the Emperor, and then the Hermit, you are the wise elder. You're really stepping into your power. And it doesn't really matter your age. Even if you're younger, you're stepping into being the master. I want to use that word, master of your destiny or something. But master, it's not just of your destiny. These are things cumulative things that you've learned. And you could be a very young person who's just learned a lot, in a short period of time, or brought it in from a past life. There's all sorts of different ways that this can manifest. But sure looks like it's a huge opportunity for you with the World and the thing. Highly likely there could be travel, and this is the time, Aquarius. Your solar return, your new moon, on the 1st of the month, even on the new moon. Some of you, it might be on January 31st. It's bordering, but it's going to be in the States. I think for the most part, it's going to be on the 1st of February. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the animal totem. Quick announcements. I am opening for the Aries Ingress reading. Always, again, a very popular reading. People have been inquiring. That's the astrological new year. It's actually coming up next month, but I always started like a month early so I can get everybody in. Available for a limited time. You can find that. And I'm so excited to show everybody that I have my Sigil workbook is out. It turned out so cool. That's the front cover. This is the back cover. It's got some of the sigils on it. And it's a fun thing. You don't have to be an artist. We go through the whole thing. And then it's just templates to help you. And then pages to draw and work out your sigils. Really fun for the entire, I was going to say fun for the whole family, but I guess it could be. Any age could do it. All right, let's go ahead and get your animal totem together for your Aquarius people for the month of February of 2022. I was going to say 1922, but of course it's 2022. the cat. Okay, so the cat says, stealth huntress of the night, ancient intelligence, familiar of the goddess, waiting patiently for the time to act, being flexible with balance and grace. Well, there's a few things in there that really strike a chord with this reading for you. Waiting patiently for the time to act. Maybe, some of you have been stuck for a while, and the Hermit can indicate that too. Well, if you've been waiting patiently for the time to act, bang, 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 this is it. Oh, I just heard. I was trying to say boom, 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 and then bang, bang, bang. It's a song. What is it? Don't lose it. Bang, bang, I shot him down or something. Somebody out there will probably know it. Put it in the comments if it rings a bell. The reason because the guides come through with music and lyrics. And I wasn't even trying to say bang, bang. I was trying to say boom, 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 and it came out bang, bang. So, bang, bang, I shot him down. There's a song like that out there. If somebody can find it, I'd appreciate it if you put it in the comments. Don't put a link because YouTube counts that as spam and it won't appear. But the other thing is this being flexible with balance and grace, because you're going to have to be flexible because maybe you might have to relocate. You could be, you have to be flexible. Maybe it's your dream job, but it's not, it's in another country. So, or maybe there's a longer, some of you it might just be there's a longer commute, or maybe it might be that you're working from home with a country, the country. There could be a lot of different things, but I feel like that's what that flexible thing is all talking about there. All right, before I wrap it up, just another quick things that are just for people who are having their birthday and their solar return. I do offer that astrology report. It's like 60-some pages. It's very thorough. And I also have the class, the solar return painting class. Now, you don't have to be a painter to do it or an artist. It's many layers. This is mine this is my second year doing it. Since I created the course, I did one. And then this is the one I just did because I'm the end of December. I just did it last month. And it's not just this, the sun's in the background. It's all sorts of things. It's writing out your manifestations. There's astrology. There's mythology in it. And it's really thorough, and it takes you through step by step. And then you end up in the end with the sun and, a self-portrait. But if you don't want to try to draw yourself, you don't have to. I just do a self-portrait. But, there's a lot. If you look at the class, there's a lot of different things. And when you have the final painting, I keep it hung for a year. And then I intend on doing a new one next year again. When you have this final painting and you look at it every day, it's just that reminder to really shine. So, but it's a process. And by writing things down and pulling them out of the ethers and putting them in, just like with the sigils and just like with the painting and the drawing and the journaling, that's a really powerful way of manifesting. And that's you guys being air signs, which you are. I know people get confused because Aquarius is the water bearer, but Aquarius is not a water sign. Trust me, you don't have to leave it in the comments. I'm 100% positive that Aquarius is an air sign. So you being the air sign, you are very verbal. Writing and talking and speaking is definitely like part of your thing there. Okay, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to find out any of that stuff, don't forget. Don't be fooled by imposters. I have art prints and all kinds of things available. By supporting me the way you do, you get something nice for yourself and something, maybe a fun project to do for yourself. But it also helps support this channel and these free readings each and every month. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have the best birthday ever. Solar return. New moon in your sign right on the 1st. Be flexible and be open. Patreon peeps, the bonus readings coming up next. We're going to put some clarifiers around in the extended. You can find out about all of that and more below, and all the links to the video on the Rock and Roll Prophetess video page. Don't be fooled by imposters. Thank you, everybody. Have a great birthday. Till next time.